Well, I think I showed you this way, didn't I? All right, we have our general shape here. And I'll see if I can get this angle for you again. My fingers are just above the board, and I'm pressing. I would say like diagonally, not directly towards me, not down, in between, like 45-degree angle. And it's that same. See, I have like this little bit of tail here, and it's creating tension in this space. All right, and then with my thumbs again, little bit of tail there underneath my thumbs, and I'm finishing that tension on this side, and it's tensioning here. I can feel it with these fingers. All right, got this little blowout area. If I'm in a rush, I'll just tuck it, just like that. All right. Notice it's very similar where we have like these little light air bubbles. I think you should be able to see these, right? Air bubbles here. If we do this right, because it's very possible to screw up. After all this, it's very possible to screw up your bake, depending on how much moisture is in the oven, if there's moisture in the oven, how hot it is, how long you let it proof in the refrigerator, etc. But this is a really good sign, is just as far as the activity inside the dough. All right. If you're curious as far as how I'm lifting this, it's more about touch and go. That's probably the best way to put it, where I'm more or less attaching it to me and using its stickiness to my advantage. And so when I'm moving it, like I might get under here, and then this I'll sort of scoop just with the stickiness alone. That probably won't make sense until you do it. All right. I just want to take care to know that the seam underneath, because the top is under here, right, that we created all the tension. I want to make sure my seam is actually as close to the surface here as possible, the top. We don't want this tension that we took all this care that's now on this side. We don't want it, right here, and then this seam is over here, because when it comes time to dump this onto the baking steel, it could stick, right? Because we've taken all this care to not get any flour on the underside of this. So it's basically looking forward for something to stick to. Okay, so I'll just chuck this here and throw it in the fridge. I guess that's probably the good thing to note, is make sure you have room in your fridge for whatever it is you're sticking in there. Other than that, I'm probably going to do these later in the day. Later on today, it's already next morning, but I'll probably do these later on in the day and see how they come out, because they smell wonderful already. Okay, catch up with you then.